Motive Power helps you tailor settings for the skills of different workers for the kind of work you do and for how you handle things like equipment expenses and specific competition. So let's look at the personnel section. For each worker, you get to say whether that person is a service writer, whether they bill labor, and whether they actually run the program. One of the unique things about Motive Power is we enable you to work in net labor profit rather than gross labor profit. To accomplish that, we have an Excel model. And on that Excel model, what you're going to do is you're going to fill in the blanks on these things here that are the in color, and it will then calculate a dollar figure for you based on that, and then you return that figure to here. And that's how you get a calculation. This is what it's costing you to have this guy work for an hour for you. So let's look at the operations. These are the kind of work you do. Here's your hourly rate for each kind of work. When we come to here, we have the techs. Here's the techs. Here's the kind of work you do. So you put a check mark in each box for tech that has that kind of work. You can see that this guy and this guy are more expensive. You're not having them do in-house work or basic things. This fellow over here is basically your learner. He doesn't do anything else. When we look at these overhead rates, you'll see there'll be the figures that came over from what you calculated, but this allows you to make a change. For example, if you sat down and figured out your diagnostic equipment cost you $20 an hour, you might want this fellow to produce $57.15 of labor to get an hour's credit, because you're putting the rest of that towards the analyzer itself. Just different things you can do. Custom reports, if you get any made, you have a way to do some separate analysis there. Security, so this guy's a tech, he's only got work orders. Your technicians, you have control of every field on the work order. You can have someone who's a helper who can only read them. You can have somebody who's basically your best tech and you let him pick his own jobs, and any place in between. It's common to set things to not allow people to delete jobs. Make sure that the service writer and owner get to see everything that was ever on the ticket. They can get requested to be taken off, or the service writer will clean those things up before the ticket's paid. But that's the most common setting people use. To find out more ways to analyze productivity and profitability of your workers, go to motivepower.com.